Hello, it is Chantel here and you are watching Studio Expansion TV, bringing more passion, more profits and more purpose to your studio. Now, the lovely Jennifer from Ohio wrote me an email a few days ago about how to re-enroll her students before they go on to holidays, onto break. And so I'll just read you what she wrote. She said, "Hi Chantel, I've heard you talk about re-enrolling students before, but I've never really known how to go about it as we only release our timetable a few weeks before classes go back. How can we re-enroll without classes to put them into?" That being said, our retention is less than perfect and we'd really like to improve, but I'm curious about how to go about it. Thank you, Jennifer. Well, thank you, Jennifer, very much for your email, and let's dive into this topic of re-enrollment because it can make a huge difference in your retention and the growth of your studio. Now, I've got a few little ninja tricks to share with you on how to boost your retention. And the first one is, I guess it's kind of a bit more of a shift away from the traditional studio model to something more like a membership basis, I suppose. It's moving away from, you know, when they enroll for a session or for a term, and then they kind of let you know if they're coming back. It's moving away from that and instead doing like a perpetual enrollment. So they are always enrolled. And if they want to leave, they have to notify you that they're leaving, which is very different. So, you know, as they're going through the year, we just assume they're coming back unless they've kind of in writing so that they're not going to. Now, the studios that I've worked with who have implemented this have had really remarkable growth in their retention rates. It's been fantastic, and because I guess one of the reasons is that, you know, at the end of every term, you're not asking parents to make a decision, are they coming back or not? It's assumed they're in the class, we've got their positions saved for them already. Now, if your studio is not quite ready for that kind of transition just yet, I've got a few other ninja ideas for you. The first one is to have a re-enrollment week. Now, this is where you make a big deal about, come on board, come down to the studio, this is happening, and you actually promoting and publicizing enrollment week, or re-enrollment week probably is the more appropriate term. Now, what this does is that unless we're actually kind of reminding people and giving them a reason, a momentum, you know, momentum to act, they're not going to. They're going to wait till the last minute. They're going to kind of, you know, it's going to get shuffled along with all the other paperwork and it's going to get lost in the wash. We need to give people a focus, give them 1 week. Usually if it's like a 10-week session or term, you would kind of do it around about week 6 or week 7. So let's say we do week 7. So in week 7, everyone knows it's re-enrollment week. An email goes out, there's signs up at the studio, maybe they get a little postcard. We've got to do something special in that week though to kind of give them a bit of momentum. So here's my next ninja trick for you. If we know that we're going to do re-enrollment in week 7, what we do is in week 6, the week before, we announce something very exciting that's coming up next after the break. So what that does is it kind of like week 6 is like, wow, this is coming up, how exciting, how fantastic is this? Week 7, re-enrollment, get involved. And you, as they're kind of coming up to re-enroll, you say to them, well, and this is so great because let's kind of give you some information about this thing that's coming up. It's so exciting, it's so fabulous, you're gonna love it. It's very easy then to kind of get them over the line, but we've got to give them that carrot to dangle them, you know, to dangle that carrot to get them to come back. So this is all about being strategic here. We want to kind of think, okay, if that's happening in this week, let's prepare and prime the week before with something really fun. And I call it a shiny disco ball. It's something that kind of makes their eyes light up and go, ooh, that sounds fun. Now, my next ninja trick for retention is this. The biggest drop-off that happens in studios is coming back after summer. That's our danger zone in the studios. It's where it gets, you know, we're spending the summer kind of nervous, are they going to come back? So we have a really big re-enrollment promotion before the end of the year and kind of try and build as much momentum as possible. Now, the tricky thing is, like, quite often in a re-enrollment period, studios will offer, here, if you pay for next term now, you'll get 20% off or 10% off. If we want to move away from that discounting model, if you want to kind of retain your revenue, what I would really recommend is this ninja trick. When they re-enroll, give them 1 free day at your summer workshop. That way what you're doing, it's brilliant. You're getting them to re-enroll for next year. They're getting the bonus of a day's, you know, summer holiday workshop, which they probably already would have come to, and you are guaranteeing that your numbers are going to be full. If you kind of think about in terms of like, okay, you're going to spend a little bit of money to put on the workshop, beg your pardon, but you're also going to get paying students in, so it will offset the cost, but you are guaranteed that next year you're going to have a studio filled with students. So, do you have any ninja tricks to boost the retention and re-enrollments in your studio? Do you go for the re-enrollment week option, or have you moved towards more of a perpetual enrollment system in your studio? Pop your ninja tricks in the comments below. I can't wait to read them. So did you like this video? Did you like my ninja tricks? If you did, then subscribe to our Studio Expansion TV channel and you'll get all the updates. Now, if you know another studio director who has been kind of on the fence about how to get their re-enrollments up, please forward this video onto them so they can kind of get some ninja tricks happening in their studio as well. And if you want even more insights in how to improve the retention in your studio, head on over to studioexpansion.com and sign up for our email updates. This is where you'll get all the videos from me, as well as a whole lot of bonus trainings on retention and how to boost the number of students coming back to your studio time and time and time again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I loved sharing it with you, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Studio Expansion TV.